So when you go to Seoul, it can be quite daunting to explore the city. And although Seoul is the capital city of South Korea, only limited amount of English has been spoken here, if not at all. And first, you might be saying that it could be because Koreans are just simply shy to speak to foreigners. But second of all, it could also be said because the education system just prioritizes other things instead. So you might end up conversing with people and having to rely on hand signs instead. Yeah, so it will thus be just very much prohibited. In layman's terms, I would say you're gonna feel like a freaking fucking donkey here and might struggle to find yourself in where you want and what you want to do. But hey, at least you have me here now as your tour guide. I mean, or so I would say. Before I move on to explain every spot, let me say that I covered some of the mentioned spots already and won't do it again. So here, an unsolicited hideous tag that opens up in the right corner that facilitates your search for other hangout spots, because after all, I am still a pretentious YouTuber who proclaims that you need to watch all my other 1,000 videos to make an informed decision, because algorithm and stuff, things you don't understand as a YouTube consumerist and not a YouTuber yourself. Anyways, these spots are the Bamboo spot with the notorious rainbowy fountain, the Olympic Park with its gigantic arch and rich history, and the Seogang Park, a park. As you already might have noticed, Korean's urban planning is well thought out. The bike lanes around the city, emphasis on around, are great for cyclists and commuters alike who want to travel from A to B as conveniently and as efficiently as possible. If you look even closer, then you can see that the yellow paths are exactly that, lanes for conversing. As before mentioned, it is significantly more difficult to go through the city downtown area as pedestrian streets are merged with those for the cyclists, or even longboarding. But this channel is absolutely not about longboarding. It is possible, but bear in mind that it is just enjoyable. That's what the subway system is there for. And bonus tip, it's affordable, and one if not the fastest subway system on earth. So I would advise you to rather just go to the next subway and then just travel to the bicycle lane. You certainly won't get hassled when you are using the pedestrian and cycling lane, but Korean culture is all about being considerate and kind to each other. They would even take an extra step to intervene your space for the politeness. I mean, not to intervene your space for the politeness. Do you get the gist? The Seogang spot is located here. I hope I pronounced it right. Let's have a look how it looks like. The Seogang spot is a hangout spot, and especially during the weekend you see a lot of families gather around here. It has outdoor activities, is close to the Han River, and during summer there's an outdoor public pool, public toilet, anything you can honestly think of. I'll just pop in the shots so you can see how it looks like. Shut up for now. And some pictures of me working out if you want to see that, because hell yeah, why not? The other spots are also worth visiting, which are great opportunities for trailing and other fun outdoor activities. You can visit my description to get all the information from those places, so you won't miss out any of those. The last spot is the Boramae Park. I didn't spend too much time in there, but there's a ton of shit you can do in here, from all the other activities before mentioned to some sightseeing attractions, and yeah, I mean, just look at those shots yourself. So if you're still here, thank you. I want to answer some questions that were asked for the places here in Seoul. Ever since I started making this series, I realized that it takes a lot of time, especially to go to these places. First of all, inform myself. Second of all, go to these places, record them, and then place them in a video that it makes it very coherent. So there's that. So ever since then, I felt like my production value kind of stopped, and I'm unable to just make videos for everyone but that's why I just now decided I want to cramp this, like all the footage that I have together, to go to these places and spend an entire week and then just mix them up in just one single video. So I hope that's okay. The other videos are still there, you can see them, and I will mark them and put them at the end of my video so you can just click on them. But yeah, so to answer some of those questions that were asked, first of all, yes, I am learning Korean, and I think it is difficult, but not impossible. It only takes time, and it's as long as you don't decide to. That's my philosophy of life, basically, is that if you don't want to go to a place to live there for a long time, I don't think it is so wise to learn a specific kind of language, because language learning in itself is time consuming, and there's hand signs. There's apps where you can just type in whatever you do in the translator and you can still come by. But in my opinion, it feels much more connecting with people, like in Korea, because they don't really speak English so well or are too shy, as before mentioned, to acquire that form of speaking. Having said that, I still think it is beautiful if you believe Korea is a place that could be considered as something that you want to go back and forth in your lifehood. So, because I think that Korea and Asian culture is so vastly different than we as Westerners know. And I think just understanding this collective culture brings us closer to understanding other people better, because of their politeness, because of their, just because of the way they just express themselves different than we know. And this can be challenging at first. And I must say I felt very much alienated being here. And I felt like I was displaced. I felt like I was not in the right place in life. But I think it was a good experience, and it has changed me and improved me, and the way that I think and just live my life basically has vastly shifted in a positive way. And about the food, it's great. It's really nice. It's really meat-based though. If you like meat, then sure, so come here. But it's also very different to what we know. And although I am half Asian, Vietnamese to be more specific, I still think my taste buds do not really like the taste in the beginning. But Koreans, they are known for loving their cuisine, and they share everything to their friends on Instagram, everywhere basically. So you can expect great food to be served here. And because of the takeout culture, because of the food culture here, the prices are lower than if you would cook for yourself, unless you decide to go to the next big supermarket chain and buy yourself in big bunks. Anyways, I hoped you liked the video. And please, even though you might not be interested in this video so far and this entire series, I would highly appreciate if you would like this video and just smashed, not the like button, I mean, I already said that, but at least, you know, just like smash your keyboard and just like type something in so I can see that it was all worth it after all, for also having stagnated with my sub count. But I just all did it in the name of helping someone out. And I hope many other people will find this helpful and that it will get to you, even if you're not a skater, a longboarder, maybe you're a cyclist, maybe you're someone who likes to trail in other kinds of different ways. And cool. So thank you and see you next time. Next video will be massive. You can expect it to be a movie-like experience. So see you next time, I guess. Goodbye.